everyone, today I have a very exciting new book to show you. I received this last night. I did open the packet and pop the book out. Oops, but I can't get it out now. There we go. And I'm just going to take the labels out of the envelope as well, so I don't forget they're there. I had a lovely little note saying it was a token of appreciation for the videos, which is so very sweet, from Michelle and Joanne. Now Michelle and Joanne, I don't know your contact details at all. If you want to contact me on Instagram or Facebook, or even in a comment here, I'd like to be able to say a personal thank you to you rather than through the medium of YouTube. So if you would like that, please get in touch. Otherwise, don't worry. Thank you very much. It looks an adorable book. Now this book is by Morgan O'Brien. Now he is, you may know him better. Sorry for the shine from my lamp. Hang on, let's turn it off for a minute. There we go. You may know him better from his Matchstick Mouse books, which are obviously adorable as well. Now I think that this is based on a game called Animal Crossing, I think, but it's not a game that I've ever played, so I couldn't confirm that to be sure. But looking at the cover, look at the beautiful sky. Now I think Morgan O'Brien always colours his pictures digitally for his covers, but that doesn't mean that we can't copy them, because you know you can copy the colour, so that's fun. It's got a nice purpley spine, and on the back there isn't a lot going on. We've got a picture of Matchstick Mouse there though, and a QR code. I think that's what they're called. Okay, should we get on with flipping through? I'm going to put the light back on, give my camera a minute to adjust. There we go. And see if we can fit it all in. Actually, I think this might be a single-sided book, so we might go into the middle, go in a little bit further. Now, the bottom of my book, this book belongs to, I don't tend to fill these out. On a book where you've got something to colour, I tend to put my name in, but when there's no colouring, I tend to leave it blank. But obviously, you don't have to do that. So here he is, Matchstick Mouse. We've got the 2022 publishing date, so it's quite a new one. And here, a cosy colouring book. I like that. That sounds lovely, don't you think? Interesting how the word welcome has a trademark. I don't understand that. But anyway, let's go. Let's have a look. So we've got welcome to the Reddish here. I'm assuming we might have that on every page. What this means is that this side is almost single-sided, so it's quite nice for doing like the Matchstick Mouse books are. It means you can do all sorts of media. You could do alcohol markers, you can do I've used watercolors on one of my Matchstick Mouse pages. It did crinkle the page and it went through, but I put a plastic a laminate behind the page and it protected the page behind, and it meant I could just have a bit of fun trying something different. I'm going to come in closer because I think they're normally all like this, in a circle. Now I like the fact that we have this circle design. You can do something for a background if you wish. You could draw a frame and make it look like a picture or something like that, or you can just colour the small image and it makes it not so daunting. I find it's small and contained, and although we get some details here, we've got little circles here, bits of tree roots and bits and pieces, there's still not loads going on, so I find it quite a nice idea. We got people, which is interesting. I grabbed some pencils to colour. I've got my Crayola, so I can do some skin. If I choose one of the pages, I will colour one at the end. I'm not sure which one yet. I usually choose a simple one just because it takes less time. Anyway, I should stop waffling. So we've got someone doing some yoga, which I think is very cute. Oh, and we've got is this yoga as well, I wonder, or is it just a balance? It is a yoga position, I'm assuming. I'm really not big on yoga at all, but we've got a nice, more foresty type of picture, which I think is rather cute. Now what's going on here? So we've got quite a big stag beetle. I think it's a stag beetle, lovely tree, but we've got it looks like quite a seaside. We've got a sea and a palm tree. It looks like a straw topped house. It's very cute. We've got a life ring there. And they're catching maybe this, not sure. And that looks like a sort of play suit like you might wear at the beach. But we've got some water here. We've got some water here. So maybe on an island. I don't know. This one, you see, we've got a background filled in, which means it makes it even easier to colour. Ooh, that's fun. So we've got quite a scary shark that she's just caught. So we've got quite a lot of water going on in this picture. Nice sky and trees. So it's quite a fun one to do, I think. And another sort of calming, meditative pose, which I think is rather fun. She's got her leggings on and bare feet. It's rather nice, isn't it? Ooh, these are cute. So I'm thinking hedgehogs, porcupines, something like that, little spiky critters. And we've got wool and we've got knitting. Oh, there's the knitting needle. I was trying to find the knitting needle. It is there. This guy, I think, is asleep. So cute, having a cup of tea and a biscuit. Not sure. It's very sweet. Oh, someone fishing. Do you think he's asleep? Looks sleepy to me. Having a relaxing time. Everyone's having a nice relax. Oh, so I'm assuming this is some sort of dress shop where she's looking to purchase maybe this dress. You can see other clothing around her. Here and here and here, so that's fun. Nice bright colours you could do there. Now what are these guys up to? This guy's got a fishing rod. This guy, maybe he's got a fishing rod, not sure. They're off somewhere. They look cute. Look, he looks quite lizardy. He's a cute little bear. That's nice. Oh, we're snowing. What fun. So we're rolling a big snowball. I'm going to make a snowman. Colouring snow, now there's a challenge. I haven't coloured a lot of snow, but I know that you can do some yellow tones if there's light, or blue. So yeah, it'd be fun to have a go. And maybe we can see the ground through here, bits of plants. Yeah, it's a good fun one to do. And what's going on? Oh, they're looking at the moon. How very sweet. And look, we look like we're on the sort of signs that we're on an island again with the palm trees and the water. That's a nice one, isn't it? Oh, we're under the sea. Well, we've got the top of the sea here. I've got the... Now, is that a duck-billed platypus, you think? A squid or octopus and some fish. A ray. A sponge, maybe? It's fun, isn't it? A bit different too. Oh, it says welcome great pumpkin. Look at the pumpkin here. Very excuse me. Maybe a Halloweeny style picture, or autumnal at least. And playing guitar. He's got his eyes shut, I think, or is he just involved in his music? Sure, it's rather fun. Oh, it's a Christmas picture. He's got his Christmas jumper on. He's holding his specs. I think he's nodding off. Do you think? Got a book. It's got a nice Christmas tree. That's a nice one. Oh, now what is she doing? She's carrying an enormous bone. How very interesting. So she looks like an explorer. I would probably colour her in sort of khaki, browny, greeny colours, you know, as if she's looking around. We've got all these pretty bits and pieces going on, fauna and flora around her. That's fun. Now they look like they're having fun. So he's got a stick with something on the end, and he's got a stick with something on the end. I don't know, just running. I don't know where they're going. Maybe you have to imagine. But look at him. He's cute. Now I think I've seen someone colour this and named this character and this character, but I have no clue. It looks like it's raining, and I think it's just fun. We don't need to know who they are. Now these guys are crossing a bridge, so this is interesting because we've got a reflection of the moon and a reflection of the bridge, and we've got the water there, so that could be potentially quite fun to colour. We've got nice trees, lovely bridge, little ones. They're fun, aren't they? I wonder why they're out so late at night. Oh, he looks so cute. And they're all cute, but really, so we've got a present floating off on a balloon. That's quite interesting. Well, it's raining again. I've got the umbrellas, or brollies as I call them. Lovely fun. Ooh, what in a ship. Wonder where we're going. He doesn't look very happy, does he? They don't look very happy either, but they are being chased by the boat. What fun. Now what are we doing? Oh, we're playing games. So we're on our, yeah, get games, handheld consoles, I guess. They're playing. It's night time again. Interesting. Isabel. Perhaps we're supposed to know who Isabel is. I don't know. But this is interesting because some of these bits look in a different colour. They're in grey rather than black, which is interesting. I think I might do a bit of research about who Isabel might be. There might be a specific way to colour Isabel. I don't know. Ooh, now this is unusual. Let me zoom out a little. None of the other Morgan O'Brien books I've got have this. So we've got two images here of the same character taking a drink out in the garden and having a little listening to the radio. Interesting. And then we have these two. He's got some bananas. He's got a present. It's fun. And we have a little bird. Oh, he's got a pumpkin. And there's autumn leaves, so we've got the sort of, and he's got a Christmas tree. What fun. And these guys are off chasing the butterfly again. She's got an A on her top. So this is a square image rather than the round. Now he has been digging something. That's fun. Is this dirt on his face, do you think? Oh, and he's the last one. We've got a blank page, which is always useful to testing out things. And we've got the copyright printed by Amazon. So there we go. There is the book. No, oh, the page wants to curl. I'm going to choose a picture and some pencils and colour something in. I'm actually thinking that maybe this guy right at the back could be the easiest one to do. So I think we'll do him. Actually, I'm just going to smooth that down a little bit. Grab some paper. There's a little bit in front of me to put behind the page. I don't really need it, but it's such a thin, because it's the last page, it's quite thin. I'll put a wad of paper behind to lean on it, it'll be a bit better for me. I've got some various different pencils here that I could potentially use. I've got these, which I shall use for his face. If we start there with the Crayolas. I need to tip them out, excuse the noise. It's a problem when they come in a cardboard box. You have to tip them out to see what's there. There we go. Okay. And let's pick a, I think, let's pick a light rose to start with his face. We'll come in a bit closer. There we go. So we use a light rose to start with. It's not showing up massively well on this paper. I think it's coming though. Now he could be a specific character and he might look a specific way, but I'm just going for it and having fun. And if he looks different, so be it. I will do a bit of research though and find out whether they are specific characters and need to be certain colours. But hand. I think we'll get a darker colour in here in a minute. I'm not sure what he's holding. What's this? Is it a fossil? I think it probably is. There he is. Now we'll take a slightly darker tone. What should we go for? having not played with these massively, I'm sort of slightly guessing. I think I want the medium deep golden, sort of brownish colour, and I might use that for some of the areas that I think there might be a shadow or a sort of darker bit, like that. Oh, my son is streaming. I can just hear him, suddenly hear him chattering. I don't know if that's really the right colour. I'm going to go back over it in a minute in a more pinky tone, because I don't think these two colours go together. What was that? That was, oh, excuse me. Right, I am back. I am just looking for the next colour. I am going to use the medium deep rose to just go over those areas that I think probably not the wisest of colour choices. Yeah, sorry, the telephone had rung, which is I had to disappear. My husband called me. He thought, I don't know what he thought. My son was live streaming, I was recording. I don't know. He's already phoned me at 12. But anyway, he's a little bit worried because his father's in hospital. But he's having a little op today. But he should be fine. He's just having, well, I say just, he's having a pacemaker fitted. Now, these on his face where it looks, I'm sure it looks like dirt, and on there, I'm going to do it the same colour as this. Now actually, these tones might have a colour that can help me. I think I might do his hair actually in one of these dark Crayolas. This is called Extra Deep Almond. I think it might be quite good for his hair, because I want it to be quite dark, because I was going to do his clothes in a more sort of khaki colour. So if I do this in this colour, it will sort of stand out from the hat. I think we'll move on from these pencils in a minute. I brought a few different sets out with me because I wasn't sure what to expect from the book or what sort of pictures there would be, so I just grabbed a handful of pencil sets. Okay, I'm going to just put these away. So I will be noisy, but I need the space. I brought through my whole binds, which I don't think will have the right colour because it's not really. Whoops. I do love it when you put your pencil away like this and it pops out through that hole. It is quite amusing. But I think I bought my, my Chroma Flow and my Polycolors and my whole binds. I'm thinking who's going to have the right sort of shade. Now, these are my whole binds. Now, you might think, well, those are pastels, they're not going to work. But actually, within my tin, I have some pencils which aren't from this set. And I have this colour and this colour, which I think together might work quite well for his outfit. But we can't create mud. Maybe we won't use those. If I use too many different sets, I think it's going to be confusing. We use these. These are Polycolors, and we have some browns and things, and I think I can make it work. So I'm going to start with this brown. This one is called, hang on, I wrote the names down the other day. This is called number 32. This is Natural Sienna, and I'm going to use this for the dirt. Oop. Now I'm not sure this is quite the right colour, so I'm going to mix it with another colour in a minute. He hasn't got any on his clothes, just on his face, which is a little bit strange, but it is what it is. I think I'd be more likely to get it on my clothes than my face. And we'll do this bit down here. Now, I'm not sure how to end this because I've got this curly edge all round. Do I do it? I feel like I want to do a curly edge like that. Yeah, I don't know. It feels to me like that. You could do this in grey like it's rock, but I feel like it would make sense that it's what he's been digging. So I'm going to do, I know there's stones and different levels and there'll be shadows and things, but I'm going to do it all in a base layer of this to start with, like I have done with all the other dirt. And then we'll do a bit of shading, shadowing in a few different colours. It's nice just to get a layer of colour down. I'm going to try and get that edge quite defined without making it so you can't see the line that I drew. Basically, get enough colour on the edge. Like that. There we go. Trying to make it even-ish. There we go. I'm going to grab my brush because I've got quite a few bits. Now I'm going to use the black to just add the, I think there'd be a bit of shadow down here under the rocks, like that, and under his feet. No, I'm not going to add it to there. I don't think it's going to look a little bit strange. So there is that. Now, where should we go from here? Background bit, I would think I'd quite like to do that in a blue. I've got two blues. I think I'm going to use the paler one. I think it would work better. This is called Mountain Blue, which would seem quite relevant because he's standing up high. And I'm just going to fill it all in quite evenly if I can. It seems a bit funny, doesn't it, that I've started with the very last picture in the book. But there we go. Just the way that it is. It just seems a nice simple one to do to start with. But I don't know if I would normally do this, but I don't tend to work cover to cover. I've done it on one book. I'm just trying to work out here. So we've got a collar there and an arm. I think that's blue. I think that's it. Yeah, I've worked one book cover to cover once in order. It was Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford. I think it was my second colouring book, and I decided to just work through it in order. It had advantages in that I didn't have to decide what page to do next. I just realised the sun's coming through, but I think it's okay. It's not on the bit of the page you can see. It was just pouring with rain just now. What's going on? Anyway, it has advantages because you don't have to think about what page you're doing next. You just grab the next page. But it has problems too in that you might not be in the mood for that sort of a page, you know. So although, you know, you might be able to choose a different book if you've got that option. I didn't have many books. When I had my first copy of Enchanted Forest, I only had that in Secret Garden. I didn't have any other colouring books. So it was just a matter of working those two. Obviously we all start somewhere. I started only having Johanna Basford. It's only quite recently I've actually had other authors. I had a few other odd books that I'd got, but not ones that I wanted to colour in that often. And then suddenly people started sending me books. Actually, what started me off, it's all Rita Berman's fault. She released her Europa book, I saw there was a free download, like the hat is with the Asian book, or was with the Asian book. There was a free download, and so she released this free download, and I took the free download and did it, and I just absolutely loved it. So I wanted to buy her books. I'm going to use this green colour. This is the, I'm just going to look it up for you, Meadow green, and I'm going to use this for all the clothes. I'm not sure about the hat, but the shirt and the shorts. I know it's not really a khaki green, but I'm going to do my best to adjust that. I just realised I've got a little bit of neck in there. I'm going to take the light rose and just pop a little bit of pink in there. There we go. Yeah, I realise it's not quite khaki, it's a little bit bright, but we can perhaps mix it with something in a minute to make it look a little bit more dull, shall we say. But with these Polycolors we don't get a big range of colour, so we have to make our own, which can be a lot of fun. Yeah, when I first started I had 24 Noris pencils, which I borrowed from my husband for a little while, and then I moved on to having my own, and I had my own Ergosoft, not Noris, and I had 24. That's all I had for a while, was just Ergosoft. And then I think we'll use this brown that we used for the soil. So this was called the Natural Sienna. Now I looked up these colours of these Polycolors so that I could write them down, because you sharpen the names off because they're so near the top. And it was a little odd because I looked them up and there was some of them had different names but the same numbers as these. So I don't know if this is an old set with wrong names, or whether the names change depending on the size of the set, or what it is. So it was a little confusing. I think that looks better. I like that. I think he looked quite smart. I'm thinking I'm going to do the same with this hat. I feel we need a little bit of shading in here, but I'm going to do the hat first while I remember what I did. So this is our Meadow green. Well, that's pesky sun's coming out again. As I said, it's pouring with rain. It's really hot and humid today, and it keeps raining, and while it's raining it's so hot and sticky. And I was out today, and this morning I was out, take the children and myself to the dentist. Anyway, is that an ear? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Back to our skin tone, our light rose. There we go. And while we were out, it was raining nearly the whole time. We wore our Macs to the dentist, and then I didn't wear mine home. It was spitting, it wasn't raining hard, it was just too hot. I was not going to do that hat band, I was going to leave it green, but I started colouring it over now, so I'm going to have to. I shall adjust what I'm doing in a bit. This hat looks a bit shabby now, but maybe that's okay. I'm going to take the black and do a little bit of work on the shadowing and things. I feel that this page looks really dark because the sun's on the camera and the camera's thinking it's bright and it's not. Let me shut the blind and let the camera adjust. I think it will make the picture look a lot better. I hope that's better. There we go. So I've got my ivory black, and what I'm thinking is, like, this cuff, I think it's turned up. So I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow here, and maybe a little bit on the edge there, top and bottom of the sleeve, just a little bit to give it a bit of shape. Be a lot more at the bottom, but there's some shadow. I'm going to put a bit at the top of each of these turn-ups too, like that. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm thinking, is this the shirt just overhanging the shorts? There'd be a bit of shadow under them. There'd be a bit under the pocket and the collar. Now the hat, I'm thinking maybe there'd be a little bit here and maybe here. And of course it's would be more shadowy here and here. So you press lightly enough, you can add shadow without making it look black. Oh, the sun's coming in and out now. It's teasing me. There we go. Now I'm sort of thinking with his bag, I think you've got these two that look, is that a wrap, like a sleeping bag, and this a fossil? I don't know. I'm asking you, you don't know. So I'm going to use the black, I think, for the rock part of the fossil. And the whole thing would be the same colour, wouldn't it? But maybe if we don't do all the same colour, it will look better. So I'll just do that bit. Quite lightly, I don't want it to look really, really black. Thinking then maybe if I grab the this brown colour again, this was the natural sienna, go over the top of that a little bit, and then over this too. Maybe that will work. There we go. Now we've got a spade. And I'm thinking this is metal. I'm going to use the black to try and make it look shiny silver. It's going to be a challenge with it being black. But I'm going to just reduce that quite a lot like that. Make this bit black here. And reduce this quite a lot. Just leave quite a lot of white. I think that's okay. We'll do that here as well, as if it goes all the way up to that bit of the handle, and then this bit a little bit differently. We could do this bit as if it was sort of black leather almost. Plastic or something like that. And the same with this bit. You can see it looks quite different to the sort of silvery effect. Maybe this bit would be wood, but let's do it a colour. Let's do it in blue. This is the sapphire blue, just because, or else we're going to get everything the same colour. I think this will stand out well enough from the sky, and it's not like we're introducing. I think it would be, it could be this colour. I don't think it would be pink or purple. I'm trying to do it a little bit darker on the edges to give it a little bit of shape. Make it look rounded. Now where I haven't done his socks and shoes yet, I'm thinking I might actually use this colour here that we used for his hair. This was the extra deep almond, and I'm thinking I might use that as a base for the boots so that they look dark. Sort of like their brown leather, and then use this the natural sienna to go over the top, because we don't want them to look too close to the soil colour. And I might actually grab the black, do a little touch of black. Doing it sort of black at back and front. I realise those might be supposed to be socks that he's wearing, but I'm thinking this bit we could do with a bit of black like that. I don't want it massively shiny. I like a little bit of shine, but it would be probably rubber or plastic, so, or even leather, so it wouldn't be massively shiny. Just got a little bit there. Excuse me. Now his bag, I'm wondering about this brown. This is the reddish brown. I'm going to just try colouring it in. It's quite an orangey colour, and we can go over it with a different colour after. But it will just make it look a little bit different to his outfit. I think it's okay for him to have a matching hat and shorts and trousers, but to make his bag the same colour as well would be a little bit too much, I think. There we go. I'm going to go over it with this brown, the natural sienna. I really like these Polycolors. They go down so well on so many different types of paper. And I've just got this lovely 12 set, which is so easy to use. The doorbell went. Apparently it's my son's friend. So anyway, so I think that colour works okay. It's still a little bit orangey. I might just go over it with, I'm thinking maybe, whoops, maybe with the green. I don't think it'll make it look terribly green, but it might just tone down that orangey colour a little bit. And I'm going to go back to my black and just do a little bit of shading, shadows under his roll. It's like a sleeping bag, I'm thinking, like that. There we go. Now, the sleeping bag colour is interesting. I'm thinking I might go for this green. I don't really, it'd be quite fun to do it a really bright colour. I'm just thinking also we've got the strap of the bag, which I need to do first. So this is the reddish brown that we use for the bag. And then what did we use? Did we use the other brown, the natural sienna? Try and remember now. And we used the Meadow green. Is that right? I think that's it. Now we're going to use this green, which is the dark green for this wrap, and it's going to be quite bright, and I'll decide whether I want to tone it down a little bit in a minute. I am going to add just a bit of the brown, this being the sienna brown, oops, sorry, natural sienna on top. It's quite dark anyway, but I think it will just muddy it down a little bit, tone it down. I think it just works better like that. And then the ivory black for a bit of shadowing. Just under there. Sort of be around here, might be a bit on each side of the curled bit there. There he is. Oh, I think he looks cute. Now I'm just going to brush off. Now you could do some sort of background if you wanted around here. You could, I would suggest pastel splodge some round or something like that, but I think the white frames the picture really well, so I'm going to leave it like that. But that was great fun, and I really love the pictures in this book. I am going to do some research to try and find out a little bit more about whether these are real characters and how I should perhaps colour them, whether there's a particular way. But I had fun just doing it and guessing really, so you know, that might be something that I do through it or not. But thank you again to Michelle and Joanne for the book. It's lovely. I'm so pleased. I was so excited to get it, and you're so very kind. I really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone for watching. Please click that like button if you enjoyed the video. It does help. Yeah, leave a comment if you've got one as well. If you know anything about this if there's a website or anything you can direct me to help me, that would be lovely. But I might just have fun doing it my own way. You never know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and happy colouring.